collapse. Boris and over 100 Tories expected to lose seat as voters turn back on Conservatives. Boris Johnson and the Tories' hold on older voters is slipping amid allegations of sleaze and breaches of COVID-19 restrictions, a new poll has revealed. The results of the poll showed that older generations and those living in more rural areas, which would traditionally be expected to favour the Tory party, are more likely to be impacted by recent lockdown party rumours and lobbying scandals. The Labour Party came out 6 points ahead of the Conservatives at 41%, with the Tories trailing behind at 35%. This equates to a loss of 111 Conservative seats at 255, with a number of high-profile Tory cabinet ministers projected to lose their grip on their own seats. In a look at individual constituencies, the poll analysis showed that the Prime Minister himself would lose his seat of Uxbridge and South Ruislip. The poll, sampling 10,000 people, was carried out by campaign group 38 Degrees, Survation and Professor Christopher Hanratty of Royal Holloway. The poll showed that the older demographic are more attached to the Nolan principles, which are the behavioural expectations voters have of those who hold public office. These principles focus on integrity, accountability, honesty, leadership, openness, objectivity and selflessness. Professor Hanratty commented on the results, saying, "It's older voters who are the most likely to say that the government isn't living up to the Nolan principles. This can be seen when comparing younger, urban areas with older rural areas. Constituencies in London, for example, are a lot less likely to express concern given the share of the vote Labour ordinarily receives there." Professor Hanratty added, "Given that older voters are, ordinarily, much more likely to vote Conservative, this shows the potential for accusations of sleaze to shift votes by depriving the Conservatives of this important electoral bulwark." The poll identified that Labour would claw back many of the seats taken by the Conservatives in the 2019 general election from constituencies in the Red Wall in the north of England. Just 3 of the 40 Red Wall seats which voted Tory 2 years ago would vote the same again. The poll also showed a decimation of the Tories in Scotland, predicting that they would lose all seats as Nicola Sturgeon's SNP consolidates its popularity. This follows a similarly disheartening result for the Tories from a poll commissioned by the Sunday Times, which showed an 8-point lead for Sir Keir Starmer over Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson has been warned his party is set to lose more than 100 seats if he fails to curb anger over sleaze, with 5 cabinet ministers on course for defeat at the next general election. The Conservatives' majority would be wiped out, leaving Labour the largest party in a hung parliament. Mr Johnson would be one of the cabinet members projected to lose their seats, the study found. The others on course for defeat are Environment Secretary George Eustice, Scottish Secretary Alistair Jack, Welsh Secretary Simon Hart and COP26 President Alok Sharma. The survey revealed that older voters and those in rural areas are most likely to be concerned by the recent sleaze scandals and lockdown party allegations which have engulfed Number 10. Given that older voters are ordinarily much more likely to vote Conservative, this shows the potential for accusations of sleaze to shift votes by depriving the Conservatives of this important electoral bulwark, said Professor Christopher Hanratty of Royal Holloway University, who helped carry out the MRP analysis. Of 40 crucial Red Wall Tory seats in the north of England and Midlands, only 3, Dudley North, Morley and Outwood and Middlesbrough South and East Cleveland, are projected to be held by Mr Johnson's party. And the party faces electoral wipeout in Scotland, where the SNP is on course win all of Conservative Party's seats, including Scottish Tory leader Douglas Ross Moray constituency. Tory